There are 44.7 million people with student loan debt in America right now. There is 1.5 trillion doll hairs of student loan debt. Defer, defer, defer. Defer all that. What's up? Welcome back to Jaysaidwhat. My name is Jay, and today we're going to have a conversation about student loans and forgiveness, student loan forgiveness, in light of President Biden's election that happened a few months ago. There was a lot of talk about student loan forgiveness. One of Biden's, one of the things that he basically promised, or I don't know if he actually promised it, but I know he talks about it, or he talked about it, which was forgiving a portion of student loan debt. And as of today, the conversation is he's willing to forgive about $10,000 per borrower. And that's actually pretty huge. The fact that option and that is even on the table is great, and that would actually do a lot for a lot of people. $10,000 is a lot of money for a lot of people. And according to NerdWallet, they post a lot of great articles and stuff. But according to them, $10,000 would actually eliminate 15 million borrowers' debt. So that's a lot of people whose student loan debt would actually be wiped out. Unfortunately, I don't fall into that category. So, but however, $10,000 would absolutely eliminate half of my student loan debt. And as you guys know, I'm on a debt-free journey. So I would greatly be thankful for anything that they give, forgiving any amount on my student loans. I do not think. Well, the second proposal that a lot of Democrats are trying to propose to Biden is $50,000. Personally, I feel like that's kind of asking for too much. That's it's like doing too much. Come on now. $10,000 is a lot of money, but 50, come on. And this is why I feel that way. I just feel like choosing to get student loans is a personal decision. A lot of people have to sacrifice and do that. If you do not have a support system that will help you get a degree, or if you can't work your way through college, then a lot of us unfortunately have to turn to student loans, myself included. When I started college back in 2013, that's when I was a freshman in college. I had to do student loans. There was no possible way I was going to be able to go to college if I didn't get loans. So I'm one of those people, and I made the decision to get those loans, to get a degree, to hopefully one day be able to pay that money back. So I honestly feel like it's like getting a car loan. It's a personal loan. It's something that you decided to do. So no matter if you ended up racking up 200,000, 100,000, that is you decided to time and time again sign your name on those documents saying, you know what, I want more. I'm gonna use this money to go to school and further my education. I mean, it's just all about being accountable for your actions and saying, you know what, I made this decision, so I'm going to pay this money back. I don't think it is the government's job to bail people out of their student loans. I think people should be responsible and pay that money back. Like, I know so many people who defer. And they have no intention of ever paying their student loans back. And it's one of those things where it's like, I understand, because life is expensive and it's hard, and that is a lot of money to pay back. However, it's very possible. I have an aunt who I think had $180,000 of student loan debt at its peak, and she's been paying on it for 12 years, and she's finally down to 20,000. And she is one of the only people I know to ever pay her student loans back. And it's really crazy because I know a lot of people who went to college and have student loan debt, and nobody's really like serious about paying their debt back. And personally, if I was a lender, if I lent my money out with the hopes that I would collect interest on it and, at least be paid back, I would be very upset if I wasn't getting my money back. Now, I know a lot of these loans are government loans, and the government is wealthy. Like, the government has a lot of money, so it's not like they're going to be hurt per se, but it's still the principle of when you decide to go into debt, you should take responsibility for that. That's just what I'm saying. Now, as a person who doesn't have that much debt, I only have $20,000 in student loan debt. I can talk like this. If I had maybe $150,000 of student loan debt, I might be singing a different tune. I don't know, but I highly doubt it, because I just feel like if you make a decision to do something, then it's up to you to figure out a way to resolve it or get out of it. There isn't always going to be someone to bail you out, is what I'm saying. Now, off of that tangent, if I could go back in time, I probably would not have decided to get student loans. I probably would have decided to work my way through college, take it a little slower, maybe went to community college first because it would have been a lot cheaper. I watch a lot of videos on the internet about people who pay off debt, because that's what motivates me to continue to pay off my debt. And I've seen so many people pay their student loans back. They're paying it down, paying it down, paying it down. It takes a very long time. Now, if I would have walked into the financial aid office of my school and they would have had one of those videos playing on a TV somewhere of these people paying their student loans back, $100 this month on a $100,000 loan, I would have said,
"Oh, hell no!"
There's just no way I would have did it. There's no way I would have signed my name on that line. It's ridiculous. And honestly, I feel like people that young should not be, and they should not have to make a decision like that. Like, I was 18 years old signing up to be in debt. Like, of course, it was with the intention and the note that I would be paying it back once I got a better job. But that's a lot of money to give to somebody that young. It's a lot of debt to put on somebody that young. I just would not recommend it, and I wouldn't do it again if I could go back in time. $10,000 is a lot. I do think that is not enough for a lot of people. I think it should be really based on a percentage. I think Biden should say, we'll forgive 20% of your loans, because that will help more people than just saying, we're going to forgive $10,000 of everyone's loans, because that will affect people very different. $10,000 on everyone's loan is going to do something very different for everyone. For people with $180,000 of loans, $10,000 is like a drop in a bucket for them. But for me, that's half of my debt, which is great for me, but what about everyone else? So if it was like 20, so they say we're going to pay 20% of your loans. For me, that's like $4,000, which is a good amount for me. But 20% for somebody who owes $100,000, that's like $20,000. But yeah, you see, 20% is fair because it's knocking off the same amount for everyone, and everyone is getting benefited. But I mean, it's not up to me, but that's just what I think would be fair for everyone. But yeah, that's how I feel about this whole student aid and loan forgiveness thing. I really think it's a great idea. I think everyone could benefit from it. I do not believe in student loans being forgiven 100%, because it's just, if you take money out, you should pay it back. If you're an adult, you make adult decisions, you should pay it back. But I think it's a great thing for everyone. And that's just my 2 cents on the subject. So yeah, if you have anything to say or add to the conversation, leave it down below. And that is it for this video. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.